Hello? Why is it doing that? Focus? Hello? Hello everyone and welcome back for another Careless Friday video. It's Elizabeth. Here I am in this room. I am so excited to be ranking the thing I'm ranking today. If y'all don't know, we love a reality TV show moment. I love Big Brother. I love any kind of competition show. I'm gagged. I love them all. We are going to be ranking the players from Survivor 42. It just ended. So we have Survivor Royalty, A, B, C, D. I really couldn't think of anything else. I was just like, S is totally Survivor Royalty. You know, we love to see it. I'm gonna say right now that Jackson didn't have a fair shot at Survivor and, you know, he left for medical reasons. Actually should add a row. Let's do that actually. That's some tea. Jackson should be on another season. He deserves a second chance because he literally didn't get to play the game. Should I go in order of who got booted? I think that could be the move. Zach was the first one out. Ones before jury, you don't get to see too much of. Just off of what I've seen of them, Zach seemed like a pretty chill guy, although I will say he was aligned with Tori and was like, love this girl. The first moment that Tori was on the screen, I was like, nope, don't like this girl. She is not a good person. So that rubs me a little bit the wrong way, but maybe he just has a bad sense of character. You know, he seemed like a really chill guy, seemed like he could have been fun, but he just got that early boot, you know? I give him C. A first boot, he didn't play well, obviously. So Mariah, I don't even remember this girl. I kind of want to give her D because I don't even remember her. What I do remember is that I thought she was playing very poorly. So whatever she did wasn't great. It's crazy when I start watching a reality show and there's, you know, like Amazing Race, Big Brother, Survivor, these kinds of games where you're so invested with every player because you don't know who's gonna get out first or who's gonna end up making it to the end. Once you've made it to the end, you totally forget about the first people that were on the show. You're like, that person was on this season? Except when they're a good player and got screwed over, like Jenny. Honestly, she should be on another season. I would be excited to watch her on another season. She seemed very strategic. Like she seemed like she was really thinking of things. And also I think on her tribe, she was the one who solved the whole triangle puzzle. When we were at the halfway point of Survivor, my friend Dylan and I did a little talk through and what we thought of everyone who got eliminated and who we thought would win. But we both loved Jenny so much and thought that she should have made it farther. Oh, Swati? Yeah, I didn't like her. If I was on the island, I think watching it and being on the island would be very different. Well, number one, you're eating food at home and you're not starving. Watching them for entertainment versus like, oh my gosh, this person would drive me crazy. I actually want to give her D. I don't think she was a very good player at the game as well. Swati was being dumb and like spreading all these things, telling people that they're her number one. It's like, you can't do that. Daniel too, I wasn't a big fan of. I'll give him B because he kept playing when he dislocated his shoulder. Just watching it, seeing his arm was out of his body. Like, can't use that as an excuse to not play and sit out of challenges and then you're swimming around. But he was entertaining, like he was fun. Like I enjoyed watching him, like he made me laugh. He gets B for me. And he was in there a little bit longer. Lydia was great. Lydia was so entertaining and she was so funny in her interviews. Like she was the one who they would edit in to like have a funny comment. It's like kind of unfortunate that she got the boot. I would give her B as well. So maybe I'd give her A. Chanel, I didn't like her gameplay. I thought that she was just trying to cling on to whatever she could instead of actually making genuine alliances. There's a difference between like going with the flow about things. She was floating and just trying to like do what people said and not create genuine bonds with people. I would give her as a player C. The next two people were eliminated on the same night, so I'm gonna talk about them hand in hand. We got Roxroy and Tori. Here's the thing about reality shows. They're going through a very different experience than what we can imagine. They're psychologically going through a lot and the pressure is on. Tori is a bad person. I don't care if she sees this ever. I don't think she should be a licensed therapist. Every time she would try and like use her degree or talk about therapy to someone, it was always really rude. A lot of the time, kind of didn't seem right. I hope I never have to interact with her. I get Roxroy. I get him being like, this girl is awful. Why are we keeping her around? Roxroy wasn't playing a good game. Roxroy, he's a dad, obviously, but he was keeping everyone in like tip-top shape of like, this is what you need to do, and like, you gotta do it this way. And instead of like teaching people, it seemed like he was being very assertive in the wrong long way. I'm gonna give him B. I did love how much he hated Tori as well. I loved Hai. I wanted Hai to win. I wanted Hai to take it all. I thought he was coming in a little guns a-blazing at a certain point, around the point he got eliminated. I was just so worried that everyone was gonna see him for who he was, which was a great player and a strategist. He's kind of Survivor royalty for me. He was really fun to watch. It was great. And I will say, for the most part, the rest of the cast that's here, I very much enjoyed watching. In some aspect, I like them. We got Drea, a queen. And you know what? They knew that was the only chance they would get to take her out because she had like 17 advantages, and they took that shot. She left like a champ. She was so real. She also is Survivor royalty for me. Homer, he took over like Hai's place in the show. Like, I'm gonna be the strategist and I'm gonna be playing chess and like be one step ahead of everyone else. I felt like he was playing like Ricard in season 41. I thought he's gonna get out. Both him and Drea going home back to back was just amazing television. And that is what you need to do on Survivor. You gotta take those risks. You gotta play those big moves. I'm so glad they did. He was really fun to watch though. I would give him A. Lindsay. Okay, I'm actually gonna talk about Lindsay and Mike together because they're both from New Jersey. And so really, whenever I see someone from New Jersey on a reality show, I'm immediately drawn to them. Both of them like brought it. Lindsay was a competitor. I thoroughly enjoyed watching her, and she was real. I'm gonna give her A, and I'm gonna give Mike A too. Mike was so entertaining to me. I could see him being like a dad figure for me. He seemed like kind of the dad at camp. He really blew it in the finale when people were like, you totally lied to XYZ. And he was like, no, I played an honest game. And if he was like, that was what I was trying to do, and I wanted to deceive all of you, then he could have possibly won. I just loved his little smile. He was bringing it too. Like, he was fierce. Jonathan, I have never seen someone more like Jason Momoa, just doing everything. I don't think I've ever seen a competitor like him. He was really helping his teammates. It was really, really great. Until he was like kind of being an awful person in that one tribal, and then come to find out after the fact, reading the exit interviews, that every girl on the show was like, he was a misogynist. You have such a target on your back already. You can't be an a-hole and do that and not be a good person. He really was an incredible competitor, and that's why he made it so far. He just kept winning challenges, and he was helping everyone make it to the finish line. Just for the competition and like that alone, I'm gonna keep him at C instead of D. Romeo, I forgot every week that man was on this show. God bless him. I mean, he really was just there. And you know what though? When he had to win, he freaking did it in that last challenge. He was just so sweet. Now we have the freaking winner of Survivor 42. Marion had an incredible final tribal. She pitched herself so well. She knew exactly what her strengths were. She knew exactly what her plan was. She seems like a very sweet and innocent and kind person. I mean, her smile alone. I would have lost my mind, I think, on the island. I think I could get along with her out in life. If I was there, I feel like I would be so focused on competitions and just like using very minimal energy, and she was just always a lot, and it would drive me crazy. To be fair, I am also a very loud person and have a lot of energy, but in that specific instance, like in Survivor, I don't know if I would have done it. I'm gonna give her Survivor royalty, even though I personally didn't enjoy her as much as I know so many people did. I wanted to keep it kind of even as to where I placed everyone, and this feels right to me. I love Survivor. I would never be able to play. I get headaches if I don't eat. I would just have a migraine for a full month and I would lose my mind. But the games seem amazing. So excited for Big Brother that's coming out soon, and also the challenge. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what other videos you want to see me do in the future, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because I post a video every single Monday, and on Fridays I post my tier list videos, and I will see you next Monday. Boom, boom, bye!